have that doing something you love and knowing that you've removed all the financial constraints in your life. And I just want you guys to do it much younger than me. Speaking of young and beautiful, David Skull. No, I was going to say Jessica. Hello there. And I've got a great, we're going to have some fun today. And speaking of lovely also, Marquise is here. Brian is here. Who else is here? Jack Schiefelbein. Did I say it right, Jack? Schiefelbein.
That's close. Schiefelbein.
Schiefelbein. Sprach du ein bisschen Deutsch?
Yeah, no.
Du nicht gesprochen Deutsch. With a name like with your last name, that should be, you should be fluent in German.
I know it. I should. I hear you. I agree.
Absolutely. We're going to talk today about, let me show you guys my mind map. Am I taking over, Justin, or you probably had some important things to say?
Yeah, no, I don't have anything important to say.
Not one thing?
Just ask my wife. She'll confirm that.
Anyway, I'm in a real good mood because I was just telling Justin, I just had my financial advisor. I had him on my Monday group call for those of you who are my mentees and Justin's mentees. I had Ali Barglagami, the guy's a genius. He made my entire portfolio grow about 28% over the last year. So for those of you,
I'm going to ring the cowbell for you.
Thank you. So even though we've had a horrible year, and this is personal stuff I want to share, we've had a horrible year, but isn't it interesting? The stocks and other investments have done very well over this last 15, 16 months. Things have been pretty tough. We also had an in-depth discussion about how the Delta might affect the economy and things like that. And he was cautiously optimistic. He feels that the countries that are having the Delta, it's very short-lived, and they're going back to, they're having it, they're adjusting to it with masks and things like that, and then they're slowly going back to normal again, the new normal, as we like to call it. So
Abby Normal.
Abby Normal, yeah. Name the movie that came from. Oh, name the movie that came from. I love movie.
Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein.
Abby something.
There are more great trivia. We need to do a movie trivia night on just Mel Brooks movies.
Yes.
I think Sean and I will kill that.
Yeah. My name is Rolf. I come from Dusseldorf. Who knows which movie the most controversial movie Mel Brooks ever did?
Oh gosh.
Blazing Saddles.
The one scene in Blazing Saddles, which we all know, the campfire scenes, that was the first time flatulence was ever in a movie or a TV show. But what was the most controversial, politically incorrect movie, and they made it eventually into a theater production with Gene Wilder.
Producers, no?
Not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Which one?
Producers.
Okay.
That's funny. That's
absolutely.
A funny one.
I'm gonna watch it.
Well, we've had fun. I want to.
My movie this.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's hysterical. It's a classic. Absolutely. Here, I'm going to show you guys my screen here, give you an idea of what we're going to talk about a little. I was digging in the dungeon, and here I have my. We're going to deal with what are objections, how to control objections. And I have a nice little mind map here, a PDF mind map. And let's see here. I want to share this with you guys who are on video today. I want to reward you. I always reward the brave people who go on video. So let's go here. Justin, let me give you guys your. Put it in the chat box here. I'm just going to put it in.
Does it count if there's no video on the screen?
If you don't have video, you don't get it. Unless you guys someone sell me why I should give it to the non-video people, the people who don't want to show their beautiful faces here. Why should I give it to them too?
Yes.
Gotta commit.
It's okay with me.
Who's
Well,
me?
Now, why not just keep it from them? I mean,
Okay, you're
they
right.
don't really want the knowledge anyway, do they? And you don't really want to share it, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody's got to sell me. Somebody sell me.
I was trying.
Pick one of them to role play with you to sell you.
It's in the chat box now, I believe. My camera cannot be detected. Sorry, get a better camera, Richard Silvius. Get a better camera. I'm trying to put it in the box here. Tell you what, guys, just send me an email, mentor@mac, and I'll email it to you after the conference here. For some reason, Zoom does not like to take PDFs. It will not let me. There it goes. Yay, it's in there now. Okay, it took it finally. On that. So that's a little outline I used. All right, what objections? Do we get are objections a problem in business? Hey, Bree, how are you?
Claude, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Are you a doctor yet?
Am I a doctor yet? No.
Aren't you going to medical school?
No, I graduated from Tulane, but I wasn't in medical school.
Tulane's a great school.
Thank you. Yeah.
A lot of my lawyer friends went to Tulane. Really good law school there.
Definitely. Yeah.
Absolutely. What do you ever get objections, Bree?
Yeah, of course.
What kind of objections? How do we feel when we get objections? What do most salespeople do when they get objections? In your real estate, you're buying, you're selling, you're negotiating. What usually happens to the average salesperson when they get an objection?
They feel defeat.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, they feel scared, or they feel like they don't know how to answer it, or they use an answer from a script, maybe.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Jessica?
But they might feel defeated or challenged, negatively challenged.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dave? Someone's got some background noise on.
You're muted, Dave.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead, Dave. You got to unmute yourself though. Today.
I was looking at your screen and I thought it was unmuted. I said they get defensive.
They get defensive. Do you think we become most people become subservient to the prospect when they start asking all these questions and everything? Don't we just keep giving and giving, and we think, oh, I know the answer to that? It's like the kid at school. Ooh, I did my homework, right? and they keep answering all those questions. And the prospect, does the prospect, we've talked about this before, doesn't the prospect have a wonderful system of their own already?
Yes.
What is the prospect system?
Not interested.
Just looking.
I'll think about it.
What is the prospect's let me rephrase that. What's the prospect's intent when they have a need or a problem and they're shopping around and they're talking to everybody? What's their intent?
Free information.
Free information, right? They're trying to gather all that information from everybody. Is their intent to keep from making a commitment up front?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. They want to get, what do they want to get when they're usually shopping? What do they usually want? What are the things that the prospect wants before they buy that car, before they buy that house, that mortgage, that life insurance policy? What does the average prospect do to that amateur salesperson?
Eat them up.
I'm sorry?
Eat them up. They want free
Sucks them
information.
dry like a vampire. Sorry.
Sucks them dry like a vampire. What do they want? What do they want though? They want, what kind of information do they want to suck them dry?
Price.
What's in it for them compared to others?
Yeah.
Right.
What are you going to throw into the deal for free?
Anybody here ever get a prospect starts negotiating and you get emotionally excited, okay? And you say, oh, I got a hot one here. And you start giving them all the answers. You negotiate, you drop your price. Am I the only one who's done that in the past? Okay. What happens when we get too emotionally involved, when we get excited? I'm going to make money. I'm going to do a deal. What happens?
You
Give 'em
spend your
everything.
commission before you get it.
And what does the prospect then do when they get all this stuff for free? It's so easy, and they feel like they don't have to make a commitment right away. They have no pressure at
I'll
this
get back. I'll get back to you.
Yes.
Right.
I'll think about it. What's the other ones? I'll talk to my spouse, my pet rock, my goldfish, something
My
like that.
rabbi.
Right? Yeah,
Yes.
I'll talk to anybody. Why did they do this?
Control.
Control. I'll go for that. What else? What's the main reason they do it? It
Fear.
works.
Well, maybe they really do want to think about it for a minute, though.
Yes, they can.
What's the answer when you want to think about it? What are they really saying, Jessica, when they say, I want to think about it?
I know that I often will still say yes after I've thought about it. I just want to make sure I've considered every aspect and, everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that is the prospect's default system. And the reason they use it, very simply, it works. It works brilliantly, right? Who's got the power? Who's got the control when it's under that Q&A and the prospect is asking questions, the salesperson is answering it, and then they just go away. You follow up, they go on witness protection program. Okay.
No agenda. They
Yeah,
never
so-
they never set an agenda so that they can set the ground rules of
Yeah.
the conversation.
So how do we overcome these objections and get to the one thing we all want? Why are we in business, ladies and gentlemen?
Make money today.
And can I have an amen, Anthony?
Amen.
Yeah. So we have to learn. Somebody have a comment or something they want to add to that? So we have to learn, excuse me.
Have fun.
We have to learn how to have fun. I like that. We have to learn how to overcome these objections, and we have to learn how to get them emotionally involved so that they want to make that commitment. What's the $1 million rule? Sorry, got to say it. I say it every time. Brandon Carswell, what is the $1 million rule, young man? Unmute yourself.
$1 million rule.
Most important thing I teach. If you follow this rule, if you Dave, I know you know it. Get your hand down. You know this too well. If you follow this rule, you cannot help but make money all the time.
Put yourself first.
Well, that goes without saying, but that's not the $1 million rule.
The $1 million. So let me see. The $1 million rule is.
It's the most important thing I teach. I repeat it almost every time we talk. It's in every one of my books. And this is the rule. If you internalize it, you practice it, you know how to verbalize it.
You are the authority, you are the professional, you are the like you're the Pope. You want them to consider you as
I'm the Pope. Okay.
The authoritarian. The authoritarian. You know what I'm saying? You have to have the confidence. I don't know.
No, you threw the kitchen sink at me. Let's go. Alex, Gillian.
You have to sell with emotions.
Give me you've got it. You're close, but give me the formal answer. You're close. People
because you have the power, you mean, or you have the control?
Okay, here's the rule. Everybody
People make immediate business decisions.
People make
Emotionally.
immediate decision and then they justify later with their logic.
It sounds, Ravi, say it again. Ravi is from Delhi, India, by the way. Go ahead, Ravi.
Oh,
People make immediate emotional decision and then they justify later with the logic.
Give Ravi a round of applause. How are things in India with the COVID and the Delta right now?
Yeah, people are afraid, but I don't give a shit because I'm too busy on closing, watching your video and making money. Thank you, Todd.
Well,
It's improving.
People make immediate business decisions emotionally, okay, from the heart, not the head. They'll justify it later intellectually. And so we have to get them into that state. That's one of the most important things. Let's go to my screen. Anybody else have a comment or question? Otherwise, I'm going to share my screen. Good, good. Hey, we got a lot of people here today. Great. And let's go here, share screen. Come on. There we
Is
go.
Victor out making $1 million today?
What's that say again?
Is Victor out making $1 million today?
We don't know. We're a little worried about Victor. Has anyone spoken to Victor in a while?
Doctor's appointment today.
Okay.
Love Victor.
Okay, good. How to control. This is the same mind map I gave to my brave people who came on video today. How to control and defeat sales objections with guts. We know we've just talked about what are objections. Objections are basically the defense mechanism of the prospect. It keeps them from making a commitment. Okay, and I'm just going to go over this outline, whatever you call it, keynote, and then we're going to do a couple role plays, okay? Because it is role play Wednesday. I'm going to go through this pretty fast. It's the defense mechanism of the prospect. It works fantastic. It protects them. It's a great system, and all the prospects use it. And unfortunately, about 99% of all salespeople go along with the prospect system. But who should be in control? If we're the expert, if we have the product or service or knowledge to solve that, if we're the doctor in the room, who should be in control? The patient, the nurse, or the doctor?
The doctor, us.
Yeah, and we're the doctors in the room. What does the prospect do in most cases with objections? Do prospects lie? I don't want to sound nasty right now. Do prospects lie?
All the time.
How do you know when a prospect is lying? Same as lawyers.
Their mouth is moving.
When they're breathing.
Their mouth is moving. They're respirating, right? Okay. Why do they lie? Are they bad people? Let's not be simplistic here. Why do people lie to salespeople, traditional salespeople? Why do they do that?
They don't
Feel
trust
bad.
them.
Also they feel bad. They don't want to say no.
Yeah. They don't want to say no. Right answer. They don't want, because saying no to people who are working hard and are very nice to you and answering all your questions, someone's real nice to you and is very helpful and everything, you don't want to say no to them, do you? So instead they say, this is great. They'll usually do the gut system, but they don't know they're using it. They will throw in a stroke and they'll say, oh my gosh, Justin, you're a great guy. Thanks for the 2 hours of information, buddy. You are wonderful. I'm going to tell my wife, my kids, my dog, my Chiweenie about you. It's my new favorite dog. And we're going to think about this and talk about it. And we're going to get back to you in some near distant future. Keep sending me that information, though. And let's talk in a couple weeks. Okay, buddy?
No, you're not allowed to think about it, Mr. Prospect.
Now he's being a gut salesman now. But it's too late. We spoke for 2 hours. It's 2 hours. It's the only thing we have of value is our time, knowledge, and energy with that prospect. If we just give it to them without asking anything in return or having any control, is it any wonder why they use the system that they have? So it works really well. Why do prospects use objections? It helps to evade commitment. We just talked about that. Okay, they make creative statements to protect they want to protect their ego. Okay, they generalize, they stereotype us. They use it because basically it works so darn well, and that's why they do it. How does the average I spelt this wrong, I'm sorry. How does the average salesperson react to objections? Some get angry, some get confrontational. I find that most salespeople, when they get the objections from the prospect, they go right back and repeat their presentation. Anybody here ever get a salesperson and they just keep saying the same stuff over and over again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And they do that because they're a one-trick pony. All they can do is start the slideshow again, Harry. Let me show you this. Yeah. It's the same thing. Some salespeople get a little goofy. Most of them start becoming subservient and start begging. Anybody here ever have a salesperson? Oh, I'm in a sales contest. You got to help me, Mr. Prospect. My wife has never seen Tijuana. She's lucky. So that's thank you, Justin. So the average salesperson, they just give all that information. They do everything the prospect asks, and then they're amazed why they didn't make the sale after they worked so hard, got so emotionally involved, and then the prospect goes away, and then they chase them, they call them, they leave voicemails, and you only have one chance to go for it. When should we close a prospect, get a commitment, or get another appointment, or get out? The first, second, or third time we meet?
First time.
Why?
Tomorrow never comes.
I'm sorry?
Tomorrow never comes in business.
Tomorrow
Sales.
never comes. You've got one shot sometimes.
We wanna make money today.
Why? Say again, Brandon?
We want to make money today.
Amen, brother. Amen.
People change their minds like you change a diaper.
Yeah. You have a good prospect who's motivated, who likes your product and service, and they're ready to leave. Or you say, oh, no problem. We'll talk again on Friday or Saturday. What can happen in 72 hours, 24 hours, 5 hours? What can happen?
Everything.
They change their mind.
Lose momentum.
Who said that? They change their mind like you change your underwear. Do you change your underwear, Justin?
It's on
Somebody
Tuesdays.
else gets the deal.
Just on Tuesdays.
Just on Tuesdays. Okay.
Somebody else gets the deal, Claude.
Somebody else gets the deal because they were, I'm going to use a nasty word. Is it okay to be assertive in sales to the prospect if it's in their best interest, not to bully them, not to trap or trick them? Guts is about being transparent, very honest. It's a very honest sales system. Have you ever met a salesperson who told the prospect, would you please fire me? In the agenda step, Dave mentioned it earlier, the agenda step, which is the first step in the Guts staircase. We have 3 little steps. And in that first step, we draw a roadmap. Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, can I ask you a few questions? I want to learn more about you. I might have a few ideas or solutions to your problem or your needs. Is that all right? Can I have your permission? And then you ask me a few questions, and then I'll make you an offer, or we'll decide to leave because we're not a good fit. Or you can I want you to feel comfortable enough to fire me. Can you do that, Miss Prospect? Have you ever met a salesperson who told you it's okay to leave, it's okay to fire them, it's okay to say no?
That takes the pressure off.
Yeah. What is that? What message is that send to somebody when you are that assertive, professionally assertive?
That you are a professional.
That you're not needy. You're not needy. You're not coming from.
Yeah. Sometimes it makes them want it more because you're not pushing them.
What happens when we act too needy to a prospect? Jack, let me hear from you.
Needy is creepy. They're going to
Needy
pull
is
away.
creepy. I like that. Where did you get that from? I like that.
Good.
I like when stuff rhymes. Absolutely. I have some of the movies on this. We did movies last Saturday. We did Beer with Claude, and we talked about some of our favorite movies and things like that. Here's a Glenn Glory, Glenn Ross, not for people who have sensitive ears, but a phenomenal sales movie. Always Be Closing. Boiler Room with Vin Diesel is also very good. How does the Guts method? Can you guys see the full screen here?
Yes.
Okay, good. How does the Guts method differ in handling objections? It gives us a system, first of all. It gives us a methodology. We're not winging it. We know that we got step-by-step agenda, qualification, commitment to close, or close, as I like to say. Guts is a question-based system. What did we talk about on the Monday group call this Monday? What was our topic? Come on.
Socratic questions.
Too much.
How to ask questions. Thank you. Socratic questions, right?
Socratic selling.
Socratic selling. Socratic selling. How did Socrates teach?
Ask questions.
He asked a lot of questions. And we do something. What does 99% of salespeople do?
Talk.
Okay.
Talk.
What do they usually use?
Go right into their script.
Yes, they use their script. Okay. And you know what? I think sales is more strategic than just saying the same words over and over again. You've got different prospects with different needs, different budgets, different personalities, different locations. When you have all these variables, will one paragraph fit all those people with all those different environments and needs and things like that?
They don't have time to flip to page 237, paragraph 5 of what answer to give them.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to gain their trust first, and that's why we do the agenda. The most important part of the agenda step is to gain trust. When you have trust with somebody, how much easier is it to sell somebody when you skip the presentation and you go right into the doctorly diagnostic and you set a few rules? Hey, I'd like to help you out solve this problem. Can I? What does the doctor do when you walk into the office? What does a good doctor do?
Ask you why you're here. Start asking questions.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Diagnose the problem.
Exactly. What's the amateur salesperson? Oh, hi. How are you today? Oh, this is your lucky day. The price
We're having a
goes up on
special.
Friday. Oh, we're having a special on knee back surgery. Did you see our coupon in the paper?
I just have one comment to make on your doctor comment, being the expert. You ever notice when you go in for an appointment and the nurse asks you all these preliminary questions, but you don't want to really open up and answer those questions to the nurse. But when the doctor walks in, the relationship and confidentiality you have with your doctor, it's a different mindset. So you open up to the doctor, but not necessarily the nurse.
What does the nurse do with that information? She puts it on a chart or sends it to the doctor on an iPad that he reviews or she reviews 30 seconds before you have the appointment, right?
But the regular salesperson is more like the nurse rather than the doctor.
Okay, whatever. It depends.
Well,
I guess
because of that level of
what's your point? What's your point? How does that
level of trust? The level of trust and just
Well, what does that have to do with sales?
The mindset of the client feeling more confident.
Okay, so
the trust you have in your
physician
representative.
Okay, to me,
you get a different nurse every time, so you don't know who to. You don't want to open up too much until the doctor walks in and say, I got this rash, but it's like way down here.
Okay, but don't you think that I believe in direct marketing, and most of us are in capital sales, real estate. Okay, do we want preliminary people interviewing our prospect when we have a warm prospect? Maybe this is subjective, and you can have all the pre-interviews you want, but when I get a warm prospect, I want to speak directly to that warm prospect as soon as possible, and I want them on camera too. I want them on Zoom. Why? Why do I do it that way?
Eyeball to eyeball.
Because it's easier to sell people when you're eyeball to eyeball and they haven't gone through the gauntlet of your interviewees and the people you're using and things like. I believe in direct selling. It works for me so well when I go right to that warm prospect rather than delaying and stalling and things like that. It's subjective. I guess it's whatever floats your boat at the time. We set an agenda. We want to qualify by asking questions like a professional. We want to let the prospect close themselves rather than feel manipulated. And we want to give good phone, no begging. The tools that we use for overcoming objections is the staircase of success, the gut system, 3 simple steps, agenda, qualification, close. We want to use redirection questions. We've talked a lot about redirect. Sometimes we want to ask a question when we want to get a positive response, we ask a question in a negative way. Or if we want a negative answer, we ask it in a positive way. Gee, Mr. Cash Offer, You're working with Remax. They're good people. You don't, why are we talking today? Who are you working with over at Remax? Joe or Jane Blow?
Yeah,
Good.
I'm working with Joe.
Oh, Joe's a good guy. He's been in business a long time. Why are you calling me? I mean, why do you think, if you've already got somebody you're working with, why are we talking today?
Well, I was just trying to, see what my best option was. I just want to weigh out my options, see what I could.
I don't understand. I don't understand. You're going to help me. Joe's been in business 20 years. He's with Remax. I've always heard he has a great reputation. What is it that you're looking from me that you're not going to, that you don't think you can get with Joe? I mean, just before I leave, I'd like to know that.
To be honest, Joe was saying that it may take about 30 to 45 days in order for us to get everything settled. So, I wanted to see if there was anything that could move a little faster.
Yeah, everybody, it takes 30. It's pretty common. Everybody needs about 30 to 45 days average. He was telling you the truth, probably.
Oh, well, we're kind of in a crunch. We need to move a little
Here
fast.
It comes. Here it comes.
And so we wanted to, we just wanted to see if anybody else was out there that could maybe move a little faster.
Let's pretend for a moment. Just imagine for a moment. I'm not saying I can, but imagine for a moment, because I have a lot of prospects looking for homes who are pre-qualified. They have the money, and I could get them before the weekend to do a contract and put it into escrow and shoot for a 15 to 20 day close. What would you do if you could find a person who could make that promise?
If I found somebody that could do that's exactly what we're looking for.
But what would you do with that person who could make you that promise?
If you could make me that promise and I knew that you could, stand by that, I'd say, let's do business.
What?
I'd say, let's do it. Let's send me the paperwork.
Give Chris a round of applause. He just did that really well. Did you hear the redirection? Did you hear the questions I was asking? And did anybody pick up on the word imagine? Okay, what was I doing to Chris? Chris had a problem. He broke down, told us the truth without me bad mouthing the competition. And what happened at the very end? Was I closing him?
Mm-hmm.
How easy is it to close people when you ask the right questions and you listen to them? How easy is it to do that?
At that point, you're just taking the order.
Yeah. But what would the amateur person do in a scenario like that? Would they get snarky about, he's the worst realtor, he's the worst investor or consultant?
Bad mouth the competition.
Yep. And what message does that send to the prospect when you badmouth the competition?
It's not good. It's not classy.
It's not classy.
Possible desperation.
It sure is desperation. So what did I do? Just that was a redirection. I was going in the opposite expected direction. That's called a pattern interrupt. And Chris, once again, Chris, you did that so well, man. Thank you. You did that so well. I said, well, Joe Blow at Remax is a good guy. He's been in business 20 years. I'm sure he, why are we talking today? What would you like from me? So first I compliment, then I go back to, what's the purpose of this meeting? I said this on, for those of you who heard my Monday group call, you're called into a board meeting to make a presentation. You've got 50 eyeballs on you on one of those long tables, okay? And what's the first thing you say to all those people? The first thing, who remembers?
Where's my bagel? Just kidding.
Why am I here today?
Why are we here?
Go ahead, Ben.
Does anybody know why I'm here today?
Why am I here today? What would you like from me? Why are we here? What's the biggest challenge? What's the problem you're looking for? If you found a solution, would you take action right away or in 6 months from now? Are you budgeted? If you found the solution to the problem, are you budgeted? And if that person was able to facilitate that solution within your budget, what would happen next? Am I giving a presentation or am I closing by asking questions? Is this good stuff, Rosalind Beaumont? Is this good stuff?
It's outstanding. It's amazing. You're phenomenal, my dear. I'm just getting my budget together. I'm adding you to my next budget for my business. You're awesome. You're
Well,
awesome, Mr. Diamond.
Oh, call me Claude.
Todd.
I'm only old enough to be your father.
Okay.
Not your grandfather.
You're old enough to be my man. What you mean? I'm an old woman myself.
Don't let the hair and the cheap dye fool you.
Don't let mine either. I just keep myself up. That's all.
You're funny. So we got to learn to ask questions. We got to realize that sales is an art form. It involves making people comfortable and playing a role to be comfortable, to be confident. If we're nervous Nellies, I don't know. If we're all nervous and jumpy in front of the prospect, what kind of messages does that send?
Oh, we don't know shit.
Yeah. What kind of doctor, lawyer, realtor, dentist, what kind of conduct do we expect, do we want from really good professionals?
Whatever that heck their word is, relationship. That means that,
Fiduciary.
Thank you. I appreciate you helping me.
We want confidence. Justin, show us what does a confident real estate investor sound like? Justin does this so well.
I know he does. Yeah.
What am I role playing here? The agenda?
You can do whatever you want. I'm just saying. I just want you to play a confident person. I'm a weenie prospect.
Yeah.
I'm asking you all these questions, and you need to get a little assertive and professional with me. Gee, I don't know, Justin. I've never done this before. Oh, we're moving so fast.
Yeah, Claude, you're gonna love me. I'm not like all those other guys. What is the thing that really makes you feel most uncomfortable right at this moment?
Making decisions. I've made so many bad decisions in my life, and this one's really important. And I just met you.
Yes, that's true. You did just meet me. So maybe this isn't something you want to do at all, Claude. Maybe this is something.
I have to do it. I told my wife, we got to sell this house so we can move to East Bumble, Texas. And watch the Roadrunner races. No, that's New Mexico.
Well, why not just stay where you are? I'm sure if you explain things to her that you're feeling some intrepidation about moving forward, maybe she'd just completely understand and all that'll work out just fine. I mean, what do you think, Claude?
Well, tell you the truth, the guy next door to us is planning on building a pit bull training school. And we know once he builds that, property values might go down. So we have to sell this house. And we've always had our hearts, we always wanted to move to Truth or Consequences, New Mexico for the Roadrunner races.
I see. So you like Roadrunners, but
we've got to sell this home. I'm just a little nervous.
Okay, well, I understand it's okay to be nervous, but what is it exactly that's keeping you from feeling like this is the perfect deal for you right now? What can I change to make this deal tell you that you feel like, hey, this is perfect for me?
How do I know I can trust you? I'm sorry if that's offensive, but
I don't know. Maybe you can't. What would you?
That was the perfect answer, by the way. I love that answer. I love that.
What do you need to hear? What do you need to know? What do you need from me that would make you feel like you could trust me then?
I just don't know you that well. Or gee, I don't know. I'm all confused here. What do you think? What do you think I should do?
Well, Claude, it doesn't sound like you're ready to make a commitment and get the Roadrunner life over there in New Mexico.
I want to. I have to.
Well, see, I understand that, but I have a lot of clients that are very interested in doing business with me today, and I've got about 2 minutes before I have to go, sir. So, is there something that we can do to move you off of Tap Dead Center, or is this over?
Can you guarantee that you can get my house sold and the new home you're selling me in New Mexico? Can you guarantee my wife and I are going to live happily ever after?
I can't guarantee that, Claude. Does that mean this is over?
You want me to tell you the truth or lie to you?
That's a good one. I should have said that. Claude, if I change this
Oh.
agreement to read that you and your wife will be able to get down there to New Mexico and you'll live happily ever after, just imagine if you're down there, you're both going to feel better. Imagine just being around the place that you want to be and what that's going to change for your psyche and how you talk to each other and your relationship. I think, she wants to be down there, you want to be down there. So if I change this agreement to read that our plan is for you to be happily ever after down there, is that something that you're ready to move forward with today?
You know what? I feel good about you. I don't know. What is it about you? I just feel really, let's just do this. You're right. We need to get this done.
Claude,
And
I like you too, but do what?
let's, do I have to sign up? What do I have to do? What do I have to sign? What should I do next?
Okay.
I'm in your hands.
So are you asking me to sign in the agreement and do this deal? Are you saying we have a deal?
I think so.
You think?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Yeah, yes, let's do that.
Okay, perfect.
That was good. Give him a round there. I put him on the hot
That's
seat
it.
there.
That was the gauntlet right there.
Woo! You did it all. It was
Frank
all.
Frank would be proud of you.
Absolutely.
I'm going to teach you one other move. This is one of the new moves in 2021 in the gut system. I have been using this move and it has worked phenomenally for my business. You guys who have got pen and paper nearby, write it down. This is what you say to the prospect when you get this kind of high tension type dialogue with them. It's very assertive, but it's really, I think it's a pure guts move. Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, I have made a decision. Let me hear somebody say it. Jack, let me hear you say it, buddy. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Not you, Jack. My wife walked in. She brought me a cup of coffee. You didn't.
Yeah.
Jack, go ahead. Let me hear you say it.
I've made a decision.
Now, somebody say it with passion. Alex, say it with passion. You know what, Mr. Prospect? This is an interesting discussion, and I've made a decision.
You know what, Mr. Prospect, we've had an interesting conversation. Wouldn't you agree?
Wait. You asked me a question, and then
Okay.
you got to give me don't ask questions. How many people out there get annoyed when someone says, "How you doing?" and then you start to answer and they talk over you and go right to their presentation? Does that annoy anybody else?
Yes.
Because I want to tell them about the passing of my goldfish and how I can't find a small coffin.
Pregnant pause.
Somebody, Marquise, you're way too quiet, young man. Can you hop in here for a sec?
Yes, I'm here.
Tell me you're going to close me now. Claude, I've made a decision.
You know what, Claude? It's been great speaking with you today. You know what? I've made a decision. I think we should probably do business. Well, not probably. I think we should do business. How do you feel about that?
Think?
I took the think out.
Take the think out. Somebody help him. Chris, Mr. Cash Offer.
You know what, Claude? We've had a great conversation today, I've made a decision.
Okay.
I made a decision, Claude. Let's do this.
You're right. Let's just can I Visa or MasterCard, or do I need to wire you the money?
I'll take your card number just read out the card number for me right now.
Okay, good. Sometimes you don't have to do a redirection, by the way. When they say they want to give you money or sign a contract, don't redirect. Say, thank you. Boom. You just do it like Chris just did it. But when you go to somebody and say, I have made a decision. What is that message if you say it the right way? And then you summarize. We want 3 to 6 needs and greeds. Write that down. Always get 3 to 6 emotional needs and greeds. And then Bree, I have made a decision. You told me you need an investment property. You're looking to invest money and have it in a safe, in something safe. You've lost money in the stock market and other things. You want safety. You want an 18% return on your money. You want a property that's going to appreciate and provide housing in your neighborhood. I've made a decision. We're going to solve this problem today. How do you feel about that? And I can't hear you. Oh, okay. I can't hear you. How do you feel about it? Let's switch to Rosalind. Rosalind, I've made a decision.
Yes.
You told me that you need a home, an investment property, you need a certain 18% return, you need to make $500 a month, and you're looking for at least 3 to 5% a year appreciation. I have a solution. That I've made a decision. We're going to take care of this investment right now. What do you think about that?
I am so happy that you made that decision because I just want to get this job done. Let's get to how much is it going to cost again?
A lot.
All right, let's get to it. Whatever it costs, at least you're going to take care of my dreams and
No matter what she says, it's always a lot. Okay. Why? What is that message? We talked about confidence, assertiveness today in your role playing. What is the message that they're getting when you say to them, I've made a decision?
Let them know you have control of what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's like the doctor has assessed you and you need surgery right away.
Yeah, exactly. Justin Chamness, could you this has been really interesting, Justin. Could you send me some literature, buddy?
I'm not sure. I'm confused. I'm a little bit confused here, Claude. You called me to ask me for some free literature?
Well, you've been really great. You answered a lot of my questions, and I really feel good about this conversation. Do you have anything you can send me about? You want to do a lease purchase on my home? And maybe you have something you can send me.
Well, I'd love to send you an offer and an agreement. Is that something we can talk about doing today, or probably not?
Yeah, perfect answer. Give him a round. Perfect answer.
Thank you.
That's closing right there. These are opportunities to close. I could send you all the literature you want, but wouldn't you rather have a contract? And if I sent you the contract with the terms we discussed today, you wouldn't be able to get that back to me by 2:30 this afternoon, would you?
I could have took it further then, couldn't I?
You can always take it a little further. Sometimes you take it, I take it too far sometimes. It backfires sometimes, okay? This is not foolproof. This is not 100%. It's just a lot more fun. It's a hell of a lot more profitable, and it's less frustration. Anybody here get frustrated in sales? I found sales so frustrating. If I heard one more, I'll think about it. Call me later. Send me some literature. Okay. If I hear that one more time, does that drive you crazy?
Barf.
Not really, because then it fills up my penny jar. Every time someone says, every time somebody says something like that, you get a jar and just throw a penny in there, and you're making yourself wealthy. Trust me, it will fill up.
That was funny. I'll tell you, Alan Bryan, how you doing, buddy? Now I see you in here. Alan, could you call me out? What's the next holiday? Labor Day. Call me after Labor Day, okay? This is good stuff. I'm very interested in doing a deal with you, but can you call me after the holiday?
I'm sorry, Claude. I don't understand. I mean, if you're not comfortable, I mean, and you don't want to move forward, I mean, I think you're concerned about my feelings. You could just tell me no. I told you from the beginning to fire me. So I beg you to please fire me right now.
What did he just do? What was that move he just did? Did he take it away from me?
Yeah, he kept it adult level too. I like that.
You know, if you want to take it even further, okay, put a little, you might say something like that. You know, reversing the roles, Alan. Alan, you know, I get the feeling when someone says to me they want me to call them that. Which holiday did you mean? Christmas, Halloween, New Year's? Which holiday were you talking about, buddy?
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas. Okay, listen. I get the feeling when people, can I tell you the truth here before I go, or should I just make you feel good?
Both, please.
I think I usually, when people tell me to call them after a holiday or later, they really are being too polite to me. And if you're not comfortable, you came to me with a problem. You said that you needed to buy a home, sell a home, invest in a home. You needed consultation on an investment property. You said you had all these properties, problems with these properties, and you wanted to take care of them. Your wife can't sleep at night. And now you're telling me to call you after a holiday. Why don't you just say no to me?
Good question. You know, you're a great guy, Claude, and you know,
Thank you. Thank
talk to
you.
my wife, and we're going to give it our highest consideration over the holiday.
I think, you know what, if you can't say it, maybe I should say no. My gut feeling is that you came to me, this problem was real big. I mean, what's the truth here? Why aren't we doing business right now? Really, before I go.
Appreciate you asking that question, but I just really want to squat at a house. I just want to barge in and live there without paying anything. That's the truth.
Okay, just go ahead. It's called breaking and entering. Here's the thing. When they give you those kind of objections or things like that, try to get to the truth. In the role play I did with Chris earlier, Mr. Cash Offer, did you hear? I asked him questions, and then all of a sudden, what were the words he said, and the truth came out. He said something, a preamble to it. To tell you the truth, or to be perfectly honest with you. You ever hear that from people?
Yes.
That's when they run out of creative lies to tell you. Now, finally,
the sodium pentothal kicked in,
and the two martinis. Absolutely. So let's go. Those are some real world role plays there. Let's go to some. The famous one. I need to think about it. I need to speak with my spouse. Okay, that's a good one, Jessica. Jessica, I need to think about it. I don't like to make important, expensive decisions like this without talking to my girlfriend, my girlfriend of 35 years.
Actually, I don't really have too much of a problem with that though, but I guess.
Oh, okay. You're so wonderful. Thank you so much. I love that you're so
take the time you need, because you want to be sure about this and you want to do your homework and make sure that I'm legit.
You are wonderful. Thank you so much. Hello, Ben Jasso. I was just talking with Jessica, and I'm still thinking about doing a deal. Can I ask you some questions now too? Boom. What do they do when you're too nice to them, Jessica? When you don't put a little bit of, when you don't pressure, when a little bit of, is it okay to be a little assertive and add a little pressure to it? If you've invested the time, they need what you're, if I was smoking 10 packs of cigarettes a day, and you were my doctor, and I said to you, Jessica, I'm going to think about what you said. I'm going to read some books. I'm going to talk to my wife, my dog, and I'm going to really think hard about maybe quitting.
You'd say, no, you got to quit right now.
Oh, so how come you're more assertive as a doctor to save my life than you are than protecting your family and making income?
Well,
everybody go, ooh, ooh.
Deep.
Am I too aggressive today?
No, you're being Claude.
I'm being Claude. I'm sorry. I can't help it. It's my DNA.
But what do they do if they really do need to talk to their partners or their wives, or what do they some of that is really legit, like,
Give him a stroke. Give him a stroke.
I respect, give him a stroke. I respect that you want to talk with your significant other before making this decision. I do the same thing. That's what keeps relationships healthy. I totally agree with you and everything. But in a lot of cases, then we go into the honesty mode. But in a lot of cases, when I talk to people about this, I want them to feel comfortable enough to say no to me. Isn't it really over at this point, Jessica? It's okay to say no to me. I want you to do what's right for you.
Yeah, I don't know. This is where it doesn't, I always take a little time to think about stuff and do my numbers and everything. And then I come back and I usually will say yes if it's a good deal. So that's where I'm I'm maybe different than the average
No,
person.
you are, and you're thoughtful before you make a big capital expenditure. You need to think about it. You're meticulous. I married a woman the same way.
Yeah.
Okay, like that and all that. But in many cases, back to the $1 million rule, they've been researching, they've been studying, they've gone to your web page,
Okay.
they're on the phone, they've asked you a million questions. What's the reality of can you still close them?
How about this? What you can take all the time you need, please do, but this could be gone by tomorrow. I just want to let you know that it could be gone.
Okay, that you could do that if it's true. Sometimes it sounds a little obvious. Hey, we only have one model of that Lexus on the floor here. I hate to you call me tomorrow and it's gone. What a shame. But
I deal in rentals, so that often is true. Like,
okay,
you know, that it's gone by tomorrow.
Oh, sure. And if it's the truth and you can say it emphatically,
yeah,
then it's okay.
Okay.
Okay. You may not believe me, Jessica. I got to tell you this. You know the way real estate is right now. You've heard a lot about it, and people making multiple offers, and very few properties come on the market. And the fact of the matter is, if you can't decide on this property now, someone else might likely grab it. I just want you to be emotionally prepared for
Right.
that. Is that all right with you?
No, I think I want to go for it.
Think?
Yeah, I want to go for it. I do. This
What?
is it. Let's
What?
do it.
Okay, thank you. Boom.
Okay, I understand.
Okay. How about my favorite one? Who has not spoken up today? Who hasn't done a role play today?
I have not.
Who is I? Alex Wosick.
Hey, what's going on?
Show us the cute puppy if he's nearby.
Okay. Well, there's one. That's not very attractive. He's kind of licking himself, so never mind.
Okay. Alex, do you have any referrals?
I mean, I have a bunch of referrals. I mean, if I was to give you some referrals, would that make a difference for you, or is this a credibility thing, or?
It's just I've made please don't take this the wrong way. I've made mistakes in the past. So I hope this isn't I hope I'm not offending you. I apologize.
No, man, you're not offending me at all. And I honestly wish more people would ask for referrals, because I have a lot of people that I've worked with that have a lot of nice things, or a lot of nice things to say about me. But I mean, if I was to get you some referrals, I mean, it sounds like this is a pretty urgent issue. I mean, can we do something today, or you're not that?
I'm ready.
It doesn't
I'm
seem like
ready.
you're that interested to do something today, are you?
No, I'm ready. I'm ready to do business today. I am ready. I got to tell you, and you're very impressive. I really like your style. I like everything. I really feel good about you. I made a promise to my wife, though, because we made a very expensive mistake a couple of years ago. I didn't check the references of the person I was doing a deal with. So I hope this isn't offensive to you. I hope, I really like you.
Hey, man, I really like you too. And I think it's good to do your due diligence. Yeah. And I chatted with my wife, and she told me that, I need to be with decision makers and people that are going to make decisions. And I got a lot of deals that I'm working on right now, and I can make some time for you. But I mean, is this something that you're really committed to doing, or do you think maybe we should chat in a week and you can look at my references and all that?
Yeah, let's chat in a week. That's good. Hey, thanks a lot, buddy. I got to go and pick up the kids. See you later.
Dang it. All right.
Come on. Who knows the reference close? Raise a hand? Somebody. Can I see anybody there? Alan, go ahead. Alan, you're a great guy, man. I really feel good about you. Would I be offensive if I asked you for references?
Not at all. I mean, I appreciate you doing your due diligence and wanting to know.
Or referrals or stuff like that.
How many would you like?
Just a couple, 2 or 3.
Suppose I gave you 10.
Wow, that's great. Off the role play, what did he just do brilliantly? What did he just do brilliantly, Justin?
He made the prospect's objections seem very underwhelming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Reassurance.
He over-delivered.
He over-delivered. What's
Yeah.
going on? What's going on in the prospect's mind right now?
Holy crap, I got to call 10 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else? Emotionally.
He's put
go
at
deep.
ease. He's put at ease.
Yes, you put him at ease. Very good,
Yeah.
Jessica.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's in control? Who thinks he's in control, and who's really in control here?
Alan.
Alan is in control, but the prospect thinks, wow, This guy gave me more than I asked for and everything. I'm asking these hard questions and this guy is just giving me what I need. But here's the difference in guts. Show him, Alan. What's the next move? Hey, 10, that's more than enough. Thank you. You're a great guy. Thank you so much, Alan. Mute.
Oh, well, yeah. As soon as I send you those 10 references, what's going to happen next?
I'm going to call them and basically, I'm probably not going to even call all of them. I just want to make sure that you and I are a good fit, in all honesty.
Okay, I appreciate that. Now, I'm going to have to let them know that you're going to be calling them within the next hour. These are busy people. After I tell them that you're going to be calling them, what would you like to happen next when we follow up later in an hour? Because I'm going to have to be asking for a serious favor from them to stop everything that they're doing in their busy schedule.
Gee, I don't know. I just want to make sure that you do what you say and say what you do and everything like that.
And let's suppose you find everything up to your standard and you find out that I do everything that I say and do what I do. How would you like to move forward?
I'll check it out and it sounds good, and I'll give you a call. I'll give you a call by Thursday, Friday at the latest.
I'm sorry, but Claude, I'm here breaking my back, giving you 10 reference, and I have to go out of my way to get these people to answer your call. It sounds like you don't want to do business, right? Even if I give you everything that you wanted, I mean, you could just tell me no.
Okay, I'll tell you no. I'm feeling a little uncomfortable right now.
Claude, you told me you had a problem. Now that it's over, before I go, what's the reason why we're not doing business again?
I don't know. I just I'm getting a little nervous here and everything. Justin, let me see you do it a different way.
Okay.
You just volunteered me 10 references. Now stroke me, I want to hear some nurturing. Everybody, stroke, nurture, empathy. I know we're going over here, Justin. We'll end this in a minute. Stroke, nurture, empathy.
Okay.
Compliment me for asking for references, and then ask me the $1 million question, which the $1 million question is, Claude, if you call these people today, set a time reference. When you call these people today who are doing me a huge favor, which Brian did a little bit of, when you and I speak on Zoom, FaceTime, Skype today at 4:30, if these people meet with your expectations, what happens next when we meet at 4:30? That's what I want to hear. Go ahead, back in the role play.
Claude, so when I send you these 10 references, and you call them, which it's kind of a big thing for me to let them know. But I understand you're kind of like old school like me, and you like to make sure that things are what they are. And I believe me, I totally understand that. But if I can put this together, if I can put this together for you, Claude, and get this over to you, and you call some of these and you feel comfortable, what happens next, Claude?
We're gonna move forward.
Okay. I'm sorry. Move forward with what?
You know what? You don't even need to send me the forget it. You know what? Let's just do this right now. That's how good I feel about you.
Oh, okay.
You know what? You didn't hesitate a second to give me those references. I asked some other people for them, and they gave me all this song and dance and stuff like that. And you were just, I like your style, man. Let's just do this. I feel good about you.
All right. That sounds great, Claude.
What happened? Where did we cross over? What beautiful place did we cross over? The T word.
The T word.
The T word. Trust. What happens when you show no reservation to give those references? You ask, and then you ask for something slightly in return. We call that reciprocity, don't we?
Yes.
A little bit.
Yeah.
That
If.
was good, man. See how he closed
If.
me on that? I try to make every role play different on this thing. Hey, I've got this whole mind map here with role plays. It's actually a keynote. I put it. If those of you want it, just send me an email, mentor@mac.com, Justin. I think it's in the. Is it in the chat box there? I think we did that.
You put it in the chat. Yes, in the
Yeah,
Zoom room here.
I've got all this good stuff here, all these slides, and I have the role plays and everything in this. So you guys can have that. It's my gift to you today. And
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. You're welcome. Do we learn? How should we end this, Justin?
Ravi's got his hand up, so maybe we ought to take that question there.
Hi, Justin. I also watch your YouTube video with Claude, sir, and I'm a big fan of Claude.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I would say I am the only person in India teaching Claude style. Rest people are following the crowd. And totally, I'm proud on the Claude student.
Awesome.
Today I was closing one. I'm a sales coach, so I was closing one guy and use the same strategy. You know, I have made my decision to help you out to grow your sales, and the guy was really listening to me. One hour consulting call went on, but this guy didn't close. He said, "I will still. You are pushing me hard. I know I have a problem, and I want to discuss with my wife. And tomorrow I will watch your YouTube videos, and then I will come to you tomorrow." So I fixed a time for 5 p.m. Zoom meeting. But it seems this guy will close, but he did not close. And I use all Claude strategies, all of this and handling postures and all the. So I wanted to have that. What could we do in some cases, some of exceptional cases, or we can fire them because I follow strictly to maintain my posture. I don't beg at all on closing. If you can just put some your input on that.
Claude.
I couldn't hear. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear him. I had trouble hearing him. So did anyone hear that question? Did you hear it, Justin?
I heard the part up till he has an appointment with a prospect at 5 o'clock on Zoom. He's been following Claude's content, been working the guts, and he feels like this gentleman should close, but then he didn't close, and I missed why, Ravi.
Yeah. So he said, I want to think about it. I will discuss with my spouse.
Sir, you're not allowed to think about it.
Yeah, I did not use this.
Why not? Why not? Why do you think it's called? Why do you think it's called guts?
Yeah,
What are they really? What are they really saying when they say, when you've invested a lot of time and money, and you need to set that agenda up front? Sir, I'm going to ask you questions. You're going to ask me. I want to help you solve this problem. I'm going to share information. I'm going to share information with you. And at the end of this conversation, we're going to make a decision. Is that all right with you? Whether to move forward or it's over. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Get that. That's the agenda part, Now, when they've manipulated you, I need to think about it. Well, then you go back to the agenda. No, we made a commitment. If you can't, and when you're being polite, and if you need time to think about it, I respect that. But that's not what we agreed to. Usually when people say to me they want to think about it, they just really mean no. Isn't that the case, Mr. Smith or Mr. Sashin? Isn't that just the case in this venue?
That's not true. I still have to talk to my wife because before I move any decision, I discuss to my spouse. So I think I have a right to think for one day.
I think you have the right to think about it, sir, and I have the same right to say it's over. So listen, I'm going to send you a little gift. It's been a pleasure to speak with you. If you want to get back to me before 5:30 today to do business, that's wonderful. You have my contact information. Otherwise, I'm going to bid you adieu because I have so many other people to speak to. I have made the decision. I'd love to do business with you, but obviously there's something in the way. You're uncomfortable with it at this point, or you need to do more. You need to check with your lovely wife, and I respect that. But at this point, I think it's over. Hey, listen, you have a nice day. What happened?
I think I have to do.
Yeah. Here's the last thing before we go. It's one of the rules in my, I have a book called the Guts Book of Rules. And I think probably one of the most important rules is this, and it's a little play on the word. Anybody ever hear the expression, the customer is always right? Anybody ever hear that besides me? You know, I've been selling a long time. They're not always right. And I know what they mean. I know it's a double entendre. I think the salesperson comes first. Is that obnoxious or what? I think the good people in this room are working hard. They're giving up an hour of their time in the middle of the day. I think you guys study. You're doing everything you can to benefit your family, to take care of your responsibilities. I think you deserve, and I know you do business honestly. I think nobody deserves success more than the good people in this room. And if you're being manipulated every day by prospects who want free consultation and then tell you they'll think about it, how much money do you make?
Zero.
Zero. Do we have rights in the sales process?
Yes.
Yes, you do. You've got to put yourself first. If you're working hard, ethically, honestly, you're entitled to be compensated. Could I have an amen from the choir, please?
Amen.
Amen.
All right.
Justin, what's next on the menu? We got to go here.
I think that's it. Thank you, everybody. You're beautiful people. We've got a great crowd here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. You're so valuable to us. So stay safe out there. Thank you, Uncle Claude. You did great today.
Thank you for everybody who participated and
I
everything.
always
Have a
learn
good,
so
safe
much.
day.
We'll see everyone later. Thank you.
And take
Claude,
us out
thanks,
take us out with some good music, Justin.
Oh, I don't have any queued up, man.
I want to dance a little on the way out here.
All right, let me see if I can get something going here real quick.
Dance the night away.
I want to dance. I want to dance out the room here.
I gotta wait for the commercial to quit playing because I'm cheapskate, I guess. So I got Nationwide.
Oh, good, a commercial. Just so you know.
That was classic. Wow. That's dance music, huh?
It's random. That's random, but Ozzy Osbourne. Sorry, that's all I got, guys. I'll see you later.